Hey everybody, it's been a long time since I've been on and made a video, so I apologize for that. It's been a couple years I think now, at least a year or two, but life's interesting, it really is. Right when I thought that I was finally doing things the way that I should be and being open and honest, is when everything fell to shit. It's ironic because the entire time that I hid things from people and I was deceitful and dishonest, things went good and things kept progressing, and that we were at least trying and making things happen. And then as soon as I freaking was honest and told the truth, well, then things are over and it's apparently not worth trying anymore, because now I'm honest and now I'm actually doing what I'm supposed to, and I'm fucking trying rather than just not giving a shit. And so then that's time to end the relationship, I guess. It's when he's actually wanting to do it the right way. That's the best time to just end it and say fuck him. So life is very interesting, very ironic. I'm, needless to say, fairly broken right now over this, but that's not going to bring me down. I'm doing good at work. I'm still positive. I'm still madly in love with her, but I understand that she's had it enough. She can't deal with me. She doesn't understand addiction, and when she thinks of me, she just has resentment and no affection, and that breaks my heart to know that the woman who means everything to me, the one person in this world who I don't want to live without, wants nothing to do with me. And man, if there's any other addicts that end up seeing this, or anybody that's in a similar situation, don't let it get to this point. Do whatever you can to save it before it gets to this point, because this is the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. Hands down, nothing has ever come close to the pain and emptiness I feel right now, because of decisions that I've made myself and things I've done to myself that are irreplaceable and irrevocable. This channel's called Living with Addiction, and that's something I have to do for the rest of my life, is live with addiction. Whether it's active or not, I still have to live as an addict for the rest of my life. Coping with that. Finding ways to beat it. Hopefully not having any more relapses, but if there is, having to overcome that again and get back on the right track. And that's something that's unfortunately part of who I am and part of my life, and I hate it. I hate that. I don't know why some of us are stuck with the addictive personality and some of us aren't. But I can tell you right now, I sure as hell wish I wasn't. It is the worst thing to have to cope with and to have to try and fight past. Nobody that's a normie understands you or relates to where you're coming from. Nobody who is a normie has any clue how to see where you're coming from or to look at it through your eyes, or they don't get it. And so when they look at the decisions we make, they're baffled and they're just in awe at how we could make such a stupid decision, because to them it's a clear, easy, no, that'd be dumb, you can't do that, that's stupid. But to us, it's not so simple. It's not a cut and dry decision, you know. It's a lot more complex than that, and I don't even know how to explain it. It's just, if you're an addict, you know what I'm talking about, and if you're not, you don't. But that's what this channel is for, is I'm trying to help people communicate with each other who don't understand each other, because I've lost everything from not communicating with my freaking soulmate. As far as I'm concerned, my other half, the one thing that made me happy, I lost it because I didn't know how to talk to her, because I was afraid of her judgment, because she didn't understand me, and it just makes me sick. That's something that was so precious to me, I let slip away from me. It didn't get taken from me. It didn't have any influence from any outside source. It was all my doing. And I knew it was happening the whole time, and I couldn't stop it. I wanted to, and I knew it was going to happen, but the fucking addiction is so strong, I had no control over... Well, let me rephrase that. I could have had control over it. I saw it coming, and I wanted to change things for it, but I just, for some reason, was stupid enough to know what was going to happen and continue to make bad decisions. Continue to do stupid things that I knew were going to have negative consequences. And now that I'm in the shit storm, I hate myself for it. And I'm sure if you're an addict, you've been here too. Because there ain't nobody who's used these kinds of substances who has not had it take over at least once, I don't think. I mean, I know people who say that it never has, and they've always been on top of it, always been on control. But I've seen that person when they weren't in control and they were desperate for something, and they'll deny it to the death because they don't want to call themselves a junkie. But I know that person, and she would definitely have classified as somebody with an addiction who needed a fix at the time. But regardless, that's not what matters right now. I just wish that it wasn't such a powerful demon. Like, how? Why? Why are we stuck with this evil that hangs over us? You know, I wish I could have the answers to why this was even possible, why it was even a thing that God put on this planet to tempt us with. Like, gosh, because it's so painful. You know, and don't take this the wrong way, I'm not suicidal at all. I love my life, but this pain of losing your other half, the woman you love, and your whole marriage, your family, your house, everything being taken from you, it really makes you just not give a shit about what happens, in a way. Like, I have a beautiful little daughter, and, you know, I love my life. I have other things to live for. I'm not planning on ending my life in any means. Do not get that wrong. But I'm saying, like, this pain is strong enough to make you be like, meh, whatever. Oh, somebody's coming at me in the intersection and I'm being hit. Oh, well, let them hit me. You know, it's like, fuck. I'm on my motorcycle and I might slide out around this corner and slam into that truck. Oh, well, let it happen. I mean, I'm not going to, but that's how this feels. It's, fuck, it's hard to breathe. It's hard to freaking relax. It's hard to see straight. My entire being is confused, lost, and hurt and sad. And there's no excuse. It's all my fault. It's because I was a pussy. I was too weak to take control of the addiction. Now, how sad is that? I was so weak I couldn't control an addiction that I knew was going to take everything I love away from me. And I'm not the only one who's been in that situation. There's lots of us. It's a common thing. And it's sad, to be honest. It's very sad. And if you're in that situation, God, I wish you the best, and I hope that you can overcome it. If there's anything I can do to help, reach out to me. I'm going to continue posting on this. I really want this channel to blow up. I want to help people that don't know how to communicate with their friends or family members who have addictions. I think this could be a very good tool to help people grow as a family, to work on their addictions together with people. Communication is huge, huge, huge. And that's a huge thing that we have a problem with, is being able to communicate with people who have different belief structures, different, backgrounds, different cultures, different freaking ideas of fun. There's a huge communication gap there. For some reason, we don't know how to just talk, because we say something that they don't understand or they get frustrated about, and so they get mad and they walk away. Or they say something that we don't like, we get frustrated about, so we walk away. It sucks, because I've lost years of relationships with my family members over not being able to communicate with them because I say something that pisses them off, or my sense of humor doesn't fall in line with their belief structure, or something I say offends them or whatnot. So for love's sake and for humanity's sake, let's all get along and keep in communication, huh? Living with addiction out for a minute.